Good morning, dear students. In today's lecture, we will start our new chapter, that is biomolecules. The complete chapter is divided into four topics or four types of biomolecules, and these are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, and nucleic acids. So first of all, what are biomolecules? In simple words, we can define biomolecules as the compounds or the molecules which are highly essential for life. We cannot assume life without these molecules, as these molecules carry out a specific function in living beings. So these are the compounds or the molecules highly essential for life. So how we can define biomolecules? Biomolecules can be defined as a biomolecule is a chemical compound found in living organisms. These include chemicals that are composed of mainly carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and phosphorus. Biomolecules are the building blocks of life and perform important functions in living organisms. So they are highly essential for life. In today's lecture, we will start with carbohydrates, the first basic building blocks of life. If we split this word carbohydrate, then we will obtain two terms. First one will be your carbo and other will be your hydrates. So carbohydrates can be called as hydrates of carbon. But this is not the authentic definition. Before we proceed for the authentic definition, let me tell you one thing. Carbohydrates are the biomolecules which are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are also called saccharides or sugar because most of the members are sweet in taste. They are also called saccharides or sugar because most of the members are sweet in taste. Now let us move to its chemical definition or biological definition. Carbohydrates can be defined as optically active polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone. Again, carbohydrates can be defined as optically active, it means it will be having chiral carbon. Polyhydroxy, more than one OH group. Aldehyde or ketone, the main group will be aldehyde or ketone. That's why the definition is like this. Optically active polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone, or the compounds which produces such type of units on hydrolysis are termed as carbohydrates. Now, next come their classification. So there are two types of classification for carbohydrates. Classification first, on the basis of behavior towards hydrolysis reaction. And second one, on the basis of reaction towards Collin's reagent or Fallin solution. So let us start with first classification first type. On the basis of behavior towards hydrolysis reaction. On this basis, carbohydrates can be classified into three types. First one, monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now, first one, monosaccharides. Mono means one. Saccharide means carbohydrate unit. So here we can say that monosaccharides are the simplest carbohydrates. their hydrolysis is not possible as these are the simplest one. Or in other words, we can say that carbohydrates which cannot be hydrolyzed into still simpler units are called monosaccharides. These are composed of 3 to 7 carbon atoms. If monosaccharides contains 3 carbon atoms, then these monosaccharides are generally named as trioses. Trioses, trioses. If monosaccharides contain 4 carbon atoms, then these are called tetroses. If they contain 5 carbon atoms, then these are termed as generally pentoses. If they contain 6 carbon, then it will be hexose. Or if it contains 7 carbon, it will be haptose. For 5 carbon, pentose. The important example is ribose sugar. For 6 carbon atom, the important examples are glucose, fructose and galactose. Glucose, fructose and galactose. All these have the same general molecular formula C6H12O6, but they have different structure. So we can say glucose, fructose and galactose are the isomers of each other. And all these contain 6 carbon atoms. Then we have oligosaccharides. Oligo stands for few. And this few includes 2 to 10 monosaccharides units. So oligosaccharides are the carbohydrates which gives 2 to 10 monosaccharides unit on hydrolysis. The important one is disaccharides. Disaccharides. 2 units of simplest carbohydrates. So disaccharides are the carbohydrates which produces 2 units of monosaccharides on hydrolysis. So whenever monosaccharide unit first combines with monosaccharide second unit, there takes removal of water. The combination between 2 monosaccharide units is through condensation reaction, or we can say through removal of water. The bond which binds 2 disaccharides together, the bond which binds 2 monosaccharides together in disaccharide is called glycosidic bond. The bond present between 2 monosaccharide units is called glycosidic bond. So important disaccharides are maltose, malt sugar, lactose, milk sugar, sucrose, fruit sugar. It's cane sugar. So maltose, it is composed of 2 units of glucose. Glucose with glucose forms you maltose. Lactose, milk sugar, consists of 2 units, glucose and galactose. Sucrose, cane sugar, is composed of glucose and fructose. Remember, fructose is also called fruit sugar. It is present in fruits. That's why all the fruits are very sweet in taste. So sucrose, cane sugar, sugarcane juice, or your table sugar is nothing but sucrose. As it is having component as fructose, that's why sucrose is very sweet in nature. Then we have next one, polysaccharides. Poly stands for many. Many units of monosaccharides will be there. Or we can say these are the polymers of monosaccharides. Monosaccharides by polymerization reaction gets converted to polysaccharides. So it will be more than 10 units. It can be 100 also. It can be 1000 also. So what are polysaccharides? Polysaccharides are the carbohydrates which produces more than 10 units of monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Important example are cellulose, starch and glycogen. Cellulose, starch and glycogen. Then we have next classification. Classification on the basis of reaction towards Tollens reagent or Karish solution. Now, there will be few carbohydrates which will react with Tollens reagent and produces silver mirror. There will be few carbohydrates which reacts with Valium solution and gives brick red precipitate. All those carbohydrates which contains free aldehyde or ketone group reacts with Tollens reagent and form silver mirror, or reacts with Valium solution and gives brick red precipitate. So all those carbohydrates which respond to Tollens test or Valium test are called reducing sugar. Example: glucose, fructose, maltose, lactose, etc. Then comes non-reducing sugar. The carbohydrates which do not have free aldehyde or ketone group cannot reduce Tollens reagent or Valium solution. So you will not obtain silver mirror with Tollens reagent, and you will not obtain brick red precipitate with Valium solution. All these carbohydrates are called non-reducing sugar. Example is sucrose. So it's all about the classification of carbohydrates. In next lecture, we will talk about the structure of glucose, the most important part of this chapter. Structure of glucose. That's all for today from my side. Thank you and have a good day.